Hi, my name's Grace Reeves and I'm a fashion design graduate from Nottingham Trent University. This is my collection which I've upcycled out of tents which were left over at a festival called Lost Village. So I thought it would be appropriate to name the collection Lost and Found because these items had a life change and they had new meaning given to them through upcycling. So the first garment I'll talk about is this accordion pleat top. So depending on your height, you can wear it as a dress or a top. There's pockets concealed in the side seams, and there's also a tie here. So depending on how you want to wear it, you can tie it in different ways. Everything's genderless, so depending on your style, you can wear it however you like. So this can be tied like this, or it can be tied around the back. There's loads of different ways you can do it. It just depends on what you feel like. So that's garment number one. Secondly, we've got this 3-in-1 play suit. I call it the play suit because you can play around with your style with it. So for starters, it's got a nice collar which you can either wear folded down like this, or if you want to protect yourself, if it's a bit colder, you can always turn it up like that. And there's pockets in either side. And this is the non-main side. So I try and make everything as reversible and like as versatile as possible. So this is actually this is in the style of it when it's a sleeveless coat. So this is, you know, easy peasy to layer. I mean, no sleeves, so it's good for layering with different pieces underneath it. But as you'll see later on my female model, Emily, we can either wear it as a dress or a boiler suit with legs. So you'll see that option in a bit. So we'll just take this off for now. So the trousers are the third garment in my collection. So I've tried to make these one size fit all. So the waistband can be adjusted according to how your waist size is. So the way I do this is so you pleat the fabric in a certain way. So if you just want to do a 90-degree turn. So as you can see, the way that the fabric is folded allows for the different waistband size. So what I've done is almost like created like this, I like to think of it almost like a corset because you do sort of have to lace yourself into it because you can change the way it's laced according to your waist size because I want it to be so that clothing doesn't restrict you and you can change it even if you do put on a bit of weight or if you lose a bit of weight, you can still enjoy the pieces of clothing you have in your wardrobe. So this is how I wanted it to pleat. So it's just nice, clean. We've got pockets on the sides, if you'd like to face the front again. So these pockets were actually kept like this from the tent. So I've tried to keep as much of the tent's history as possible to retain the story and where the clothing's come from and trying to promote that transparency within my practice. So I tried to keep the pockets because, you know, they function as pockets, so why wouldn't you have them? And then I've also put more pockets here. So there's pockets there, but then also another pocket like hidden here in the seam. And you can tie the drawstring waistband however you like, really. You can either loop it around the front and do a bow, or you can loop it around the back. You can do whatever you like, really, based on however you're feeling. So another aspect of these trousers that I really like is that they've got an adjustable cuff at the bottom. So you can either have the leg like a wide leg trouser, or if you're feeling like you want it to be a bit more cinched in, say if you're going on an adventure and you don't want to have anything flying away, you can just tie this up. And then you can have a different silhouette, you can have a different shape, and it just changes it up a bit, gives you more looks in one. So this label's 3D printed because I wanted to try and promote a circular economy with my designs. So as a designer, I have a responsibility to think about the end product, and this label is made out of plastic which can be recycled. I got it 3D printed because of the recyclable element, because most clothing labels can't be recycled because they are made of a mix of materials. But the 3D printing also gives us different opportunities to make really interesting like aesthetic with how the writing is raised. It also gives us an opportunity to make something that looks cool but also is informative as well. So here are more garments from my final year collection. So you've already seen these trousers, but now I have got them round the other way. So this is the same material that you saw before. So it can be silver, or if you feel like spicing your life up and having a bit more of a fluorescent colour in your wardrobe, you can change them round and see the green, and also some nice dark grey. I really like how the seams are exposed, and it just gives you a different vibe, even though it's the same pair of trousers. And I have made sure that it's very functional still, and more pockets. These are actually upcycled out of the windows of the tent, so everything is used and nothing goes to waste. So I'll talk you through this top. So this fabric is dead stock, which one of my friends gave me because they didn't need it. And this fabric's really nice because it's quite lightweight. It does have a slight stretch to it, which is quite good. And the drape itself is zero waste. So if Emily just does a quick shape like this. So when I do zero waste draping, so you see this pocket shape. So this pocket shape, the patch pocket, is exactly this little geometric shape here. So it's quite easy when you want to push yourself to do zero waste design, because you just need to think about, well, if I take this space out of here, where else can I put it? And that's why I quite like using geometric shapes, because I find that it's easier to utilize quite geometric and cubic shapes, because, you know, who doesn't like a patch pocket? So the pockets can be used in different ways. So it can either be used like this, or it can be used like this. And the way that I've divided it is different on each side, just to surprise the user, because I quite like to have different and almost random elements, which I personally feel like suggest how life in itself is random and you can't predict life. And that's why this side, for instance, is controlled, and then the stitching on the other pocket is a little bit more different and erratic. So to link with the whole meaning of life and connecting with life a bit more, I've got the embroidery hidden on the inside of the pocket. So this says enjoy. And then on the other side, it says life. So you can have a little mantra to remind you just to be more present in the moment and to enjoy the moment and enjoy life itself. So like I said earlier, so we got a pocket there, and then we got another pocket there, just trying to make it as functional as possible. And I've done it in a way that was inspired by graffiti, because I love streetwear culture. So yeah, if you'd like to do a quick turnaround. So here we have my 3D label printed out and ready with the branding, and also like care guidance, so you know how to look after the garment. And I decided to stitch the 3D printed label onto a handle so that you can grab the clothing and hang it up using the handle. And if you're carrying it, you can also carry it like this, so it's a bit more functional and easy to maneuver. So this is one of the garments, which is a play suit. So earlier you saw it on Fortune with the grey side on show. This is technically the main side, because this is the side that is waterproof. So when this was a tent, this is what you would see from the outside. So I really like this because of all the different hidden pockets. So I'm inspired by workwear like Carhartt and Dickies, but I really wanted to create something with lots of pockets, but not all of the pockets were really obvious, so that it's forcing the user to interact with the garment and to find where the special features are. So there's a pocket here, and also on the other side as well. And then also more pockets here as well. I've purposely positioned these pockets here over the knees because I was thinking it'd be cool to give another aspect to this garment if you were, say, skateboarding, or if you were doing any sort of sport where you might want a bit of protection on your knees, or even if you were gardening, actually, because that can involve being on your knees. So I thought it'd be cool to have pockets so that if you wanted to put like foam in there, you can. And I found a supplier in Melton Mowbray which actually supplies recycled foam. So once again, I'm trying to reduce my environmental impact as much as possible. So what we're going to do is show you how this garment functions. So right now, if you'd like to do a quick 360. So this is when the garment is a coat. So it's a sleeveless coat, it's chilling, it's got pockets, it's, you know, ready to rumble. So what we'll do, if you want to do, just to turn around so we can see the back. So this is how you can do it up. So for now, we're going to make it look like a dress. So we'll do up this centre back placket. So I've purposely decided to use poppers because zips are not as sustainable, because when zips break, the average person cannot fix them. And if you did need to fix this, you could just take the placket off, like it doesn't destroy the whole look. So, and then turn back to me, please. Thank you. So what we'll do is we'll show it as a dress. So then here we've got the centre front placket, which can be done up. So I've also got a little clip here, which is actually upcycled from a lanyard that I had found at university. Because at university, there are rooms, so in the fine art department, there's a room called the free cycle room, which has so many different bits and bobs in there for anyone to upcycle. It's little things like that which I think is really good to help people think about how they can reimagine waste. And once you're done using it, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's game over. So what we'll do now is we'll just show, you know, there's a belt here, so you can, you know, tie it up around here, you can tie it around the other way. So that's one way you can wear it. So would you like to do a 360 degree? So this is the play suit as a dress. And then when you want to have the play suit as a trouser, this is the satisfying bit, I'm doing it. So we'll just go through there. That's one leg done. So the interactivity is inspired from the part of my concept, which is encouraging us to enjoy life more and almost treat it like a fun game. So, you know, there's opportunity to have fun, but also to learn more about yourself. And, you know, having fun with your clothing is a way to express yourself. It certainly is for me. And this is how the garment is when we have trousers. So if you'd like to do another 360, there we go. So like the other trousers that you saw on Fortune and Emily earlier, you can also change the cuff. So you can change up the silhouette, but also the practicality of it. Because I always think if you're running, you would like to make the wide leg trouser less wide leg so that it's a little bit more aerodynamic. But another part of these that I really like are these like little pockets down here. So I don't like binning any scraps. So these are just like little pockets, little random secrets that only you know about. So if we were to do up the bottom ankles, this is what it would be like. Oh, oops. So you can do it however you like, really. So this coat is one of my favourite pieces of the collection because of the different features it has, but also the different ways in which you can wear it. So first things first, the green side is, you know, the simple version. So I like to characterise this coat as like a mixture of order and disorder. So this is the order because there's symmetry and there's pockets everywhere. So like I said, inspired by functionality. So lots of pockets, and then also there's pockets up here as well. So if you want to put your hands in there. So I really like that because it reminds me of when you're wearing a hoodie and you get to put your hands in the pockets and it's really comfy. And then also in the arm, in the sleeves, there's also more pockets. So this is inspired by ski wear, because I love skiing, I love snowboarding, just being outside in general makes me happy. And when you go skiing, when you're getting a jacket, you make sure that you have a pocket here for your ski card. So I thought it'd be quite cool to have a hidden pocket there, because when you're looking at it, you just don't know it's a pocket, and that's what I really like. So next I'll talk about the hood. So this hood has got a, so this hood has got a little peak just to help you keep the sun out of your face if it's a bit sunny, keep the rain out of your way. There's also a drawstring which I upcycled using lanyards from the free cycle room at university. So just trying to keep it as zero waste as possible. So that's another feature. So the hood can also be rolled up and hidden in the back of the neck. So as you can see here, there's a little toggle. So this toggle is part of the tent which I've upcycled. So when you have the windows and you're rolling up, that's the part that I've reused. As you can see, there's a belt. So each side of this coat, so because it's reversible, I've made a belt for each side. So I guess the next thing we'll do is, would you be able to take it off and we'll see the reversible side? Lovely, thank you. Awesome. So it's quite interesting because I thought the green would be my favourite side, but I think this is my favourite side. Just because I really like the colour, because it's it reminds me of a trench coat, but it's still quite outdoorsy, and I just really like the mixture of like formal but also casual, and the coat is made for the outdoor weather, so it's pretty warm, and yeah, it makes me happy. So this coat, this side, has loads of pockets. So as I said earlier, so this side is symbolizing the disorder. So going back to like the meaning of life and being more connected to the moment, life is quite crazy sometimes, and that's why I wanted to have a coat which was a little bit crazy, but still had control and the idea of keeping the history through the upcycling. So all the seams on this coat are upcycled. So I tried to keep the history of the garment to keep the story. So all of these seams are from the original tent. And as you can see, there are little numbers, which I think are really nice because it reminds me of disused army wear, for instance. So in this coat, we'll start off from the bottom up. So we've got a pocket here. We've also got a pocket here. And here are some more of the lanyard parts that I upcycled on this side as well. So here. And then we've also got a pocket here, if you'd like to turn around a bit. Lovely, so there's a pocket there. Lovely. And then there's also a pocket at the back, if you'd like to keep spinning. So that's all using the features of the tent still. If you'd like to come around this way. So then there's another pocket here. They kind of just never end, really. Another pocket here. And then up here as well. And another one here, if you'd like to put your hand in that one. Chill. Yeah, there you go. Awesome. So I guess I should show how the detachable elements actually work. So these parts of the coat are also upcycled from the tent. So if you've ever been camping, you'll know that when you go camping, you'll notice that some tents have little rooms, almost like bedrooms. And those little bedrooms are in pods. If you'd like to just turn a little bit more, thank you. So this is how you construct the tent. And I really like how the way I've used it means that you can take the parts off. So if it is a bit warmer, you can have a shorter coat. I like the idea, if you go on holiday, you have more than one outfit in one. So this part can just be folded away So this is the second length. This length is perfect for someone that's my height, because when it's the full length, it's a little bit too long for me because I'm only like 5'5". So this is ideal for my length, but we can take more off, so we might as well. Thank you. Cool. So this length is perfect in the summer months, in a warmer climate. It's perfect in this hot July weather. Yeah, this is my favourite, to be fair. So you can do up the belt, you can change the silhouette depending on how you're feeling on that day. I like being able to change up the look. So you don't have to wear more than one belt. I just think it's nice to keep it all together. So that is the coat that can be worn in multiple ways.